My name is Marty Hausam, and I have been married to my high school sweetheart, Shane, for 23 years. We have 3 children. They're 18, 15, and 13. And if you can't tell already, I'm from the South. Now, something this Southern mama likes to teach her children is, 1, we always say yes ma'am and no ma'am, that we always use our manners. Dinner is at 6 o'clock. There will be no TV, no radio on, and honey, you had better not bring your cell phone to the table, because this mama can tell if you're texting under the table. Now, something else that I like to teach them is, if you're going to act a fool, you better act a fool at home. Do not be disrespectful and use bad manners when you're public, or this mama is going to get you. Something else these Southern mamas are good at is, it doesn't matter if you're sitting 5 rows in front of us, or 5 rows behind us, or clear across the church. Honey, it just takes one look from this moment and I can straighten out that whole pew with those teens. Now, being a mom to teens is a lot of work. I stress myself out, basically. That's why I got all these gray hairs. Well, one day I was having a big talk with God and said, God, I don't know if I'm doing very good. I mean, we try to be good parents and try to teach them the right direction, but I just don't know. And what if we're not doing it right? And God says, Marty, don't you know that I love those babies even more than you do? And that I've given you a helper. And I hadn't looked at it that way. I hadn't looked at the Holy Spirit as being a helper to parenting. It tells us in John that when Christ left, he sent his helper here for us to be with us. And my relationship with Christ keeps me in tune with the Holy Spirit. Now, a couple times this last year, as I have worked on my relationship with Christ and using the Holy Spirit as a parenting tool, there has been a time that the Holy Spirit has brought up things to me that I would have never thought of. Out of the blue things, an example is God had told me to ask my son about something with his friends. And I was like, God, there's no way. And God was like, yeah, ask him about it. I was like, okay, let's go. And God provided the perfect opportunity for him and I, my son and I, to sit down and talk about this. And lo and behold, it was something that was going on that this mama needed to step in on. And because the Holy Spirit had prompted me to ask him about it, it opened up a whole door of communication. Now, another example is my daughter went away to church camp. No cell phones, you can't call home, you're in church camp. About the second day in, the Holy Spirit prompted me to pray for God's armor of protection around her. I didn't understand why. She was so excited about going, loves to get away and go to this camp. And God was like, you need to pray that Satan doesn't attack her this week and that his protection is on her. So every day I prayed God's armor of protection on her. And on the day that she returned home, she told me about her week at church camp. In the first couple of days, that sweet baby was under attack big time by Satan. Because if Satan could have got her heart and her mind, then Christ couldn't have done the wondrous works he did for her that week. I was so thankful. It brought tears to my eyes of thankfulness and blessings that I had the Holy Spirit to prompt me to pray for that armor of protection over her. You know, the Holy Spirit even gives us kind of hints to maybe if our kids are hanging out with the wrong friends, or, you know, can't put your finger on it, but something's just not right. That's the Holy Spirit prompting us to help us in parenting. Now, it's not always easy, and I sometimes don't even know what to do. But there is a peace of knowing that it tells me in Romans that the Holy Spirit will even intercede for me in prayer when I don't even know what to pray. I'm very thankful for my teens. I'm very thankful that God trusted me with them. But I tell them all the time, BTW, this moment is not your BFF. I care more about your character and integrity than I do your social life. And guess what? I got a helper. It's the Holy Spirit. Bye, y'all.